So first step is let's look at some solvent extraction. And so ethanol is kind of the base solvent that everyone has always used for extraction. It's a really good solvent because it pulls off exactly the chemicals we want without pulling off some of the other stuff. And so there's other alcohol-based solvents that are stronger, but for the purpose of pulling off, quality, ethanol is actually ideal. Ethanol can be done at room temperature or super cold, but I'll talk about this a bit later. The colder you do any type of solvent extraction, the better quality you're gonna get. And so, and truthfully, that's the only advancements that probably over the last 20 years, cannabis extractors have made from processes that have been around for thousands of years. And so, I think you guys have all seen our kind of DIY setup as far as extraction. I kind of have a diagram on here of what actual machine would be. And it's more or less just our DIY setup, but enclosed, right? Ethanol storage, the extraction vessel just gets loaded up with ethanol, and then it gets pumped through to a solvent recovery, which is the same as the rotovapes. So the nice thing is you guys have seen like just the bare bones of what is in a ethanol extraction unit. Now, for ethanol, time is a big factor. Quality and temperature. Produce the best. It's the same kind of conditions of butane. You actually want to go super cold, and so -80 is kind of the benchmark of what you kind of want to do your ethanol extraction at. We're played around up here. We've taken our DIY setup to -54 Celsius, I believe, and made some amazing product. But really what you're doing by chilling that ethanol is you're actually limiting what it can strip off. And so it's actually making ethanol less of a solvent. The nice thing about butane is it's cold after you take it out of stuff. So it's, you're not really dealing with like warm butane too much, but you still want to do a super cold butane run to produce the nicest extract. And so butane is very similar. It's actually more of a simpler actual process, right? Because all you do is have butane, you pump it through a vessel that has your your flour in it, and you just collect it at the bottom and then purge the butane off. And so it's a lot like the ethanol, but there's actually less solvent recovery. There's less process involved on that end. But at the end of the day, with the right conditions with ethanol, taking it super cold, you can make everything that butane can make. Butane is more efficient and it's cleaner as far as an extract as a whole than ethanol. The reason why we really don't do any butane extraction here is really because of the permitting and the type of room that we would have to store the butane in and have the extraction process in. It has to be in a blast-proof room and all kind of stupid stuff. And so that's the biggest drawback from butane is just the danger involved.